'cause we're together nation. We hold the world, and we can change the world. We'll make the world a better place, 'cause we're together nation. We are teachers, we are parents, we are proud of who we are. We teach the world to read and write. Celebrate our teacher and friend. We are teachers.
The 5th of October every year is a remarkable day in the life of everyone around the world. It is a day earmarked to celebrate teachers. It is called the World Teachers' Day.
Celebrate the Teachers' Day. And we can change the world. We'll make the world a better place, 'cause we're together nation.
Are you wondering why a day is set aside to celebrate the teacher? Let's find out who and why this day was introduced. The United Nations introduced the World Teachers' Day in 1994 to draw attention of the world leaders and stakeholders to teachers' contributions and achievements, as well as to teachers' concerns and objectives in education. And since then, more than 100 countries have continued to commemorate the World Teachers' Day. And so, back home in Jalingo, the Taraba state capital, teachers under the auspices of the Academic Staff Union of Secondary Schools, ASUSS Taraba State Chapter, rolled out the drums to celebrate their day. It was not all about funfair after all, as the chairman of ASUSS Taraba State Chapter, Comrade Prince Sule Abasu, opened the occasion with a speech that captured the mood of the teachers.
I am indeed delighted to welcome you all to the auspicious occasions of the World Teachers' Day celebration. I also thank God for His infinite mercies for seeing us through in spite of challenges bedeviling our dear country and Taraba State in particular. When we consider all these challenges oscillating against the will of progress of our dear nation and our determination to remain as one, we will not but ascribe the glory to the Creator of the universe Himself. Comrades, in spite of these challenges, we have today come together to celebrate with teachers on this occasion of the World Teachers' Day. This special event would not have been possible without the pragmatic leadership of our amiable, workaholic governor, His Excellency, Architect Darius Diction Ishaku, who gave a platform to showcase our talent. It is not out of place, therefore, that in our small corner, we decided to make progress together by supporting his school agenda in all ramifications. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, we remain indebted to your administration's determination to reform the education sector. This administration serves as the Herculean task of traveling outside the state to register our final year students for final examination, especially WAEC. Not only that, Your Excellency, also ensure the establishment of WAEC office in the state. Donated a piece of land for the building of permanent office plus the donation of Peugeot 406 to enhance its performances. In addition, this administration has been prompt in the payment of salaries of workers as and when due. This is to boost the teachers' morale, which is instrumental to the result recorded so far. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, let me once again welcome you to this special occasion where teachers all over the world have been celebrated for their role in nation building. Sir, the World Teachers Day is an annual event which is earmarked by UNESCO to celebrate teachers across the globe for the role they play in shaping up human behavior by developing the inner potentials. The theme for this year is Teachers at the Heart of Education Recovery. To recover means an act of becoming healthy again after injury or sickness. This demonstration shows that our education industry was sick and injured owing to the global pandemic that engulfed the world and imposed restrictions to movement of people. Besides the COVID-19 pandemic, insecurity and benefit has become a major challenge facing teachers and their students who are vulnerable to various forms of assaults and attack. This has greatly affected the performance of both teachers and students and nearly brought education to halt. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are comfortably seated here today because this government has been proactive in addressing these challenges to ensure peaceful coexistence among citizens. Our hope on this memorable day and evermore is that Nigeria and indeed Tarabans will brace up to learn on the forces of unity and shun violence, that we may do the right things at all times, trusting that our potentials lie in the goodness of people and the greatness of the nation. Your Excellency, this occasion is put together by the Academic Staff Union of Secondary Schools as a way of encouraging teachers to key into the rescue agenda of the rescue captain. We remain indebted to this administration for giving us opportunity to contribute our quota in building the state. Ladies and gentlemen, this union is proud to inform His Excellency that after giving us an opportunity to contribute our quota to the development of the state, the union came out with welfare packages for teachers from our common pool. Retirement plan through voluntary contributions from teacher salary start ASUSS Multipurpose Cooperative. Meaning a saving where teachers keep little out of their earnings so that after retirement it will be given back to them so as to help them cater for their family. Also, some tokens are given to families of teachers who lost their lives during active service. We also want to inform you that the 3,000 rescue teachers engaged by this administration are doing wonderfully in terms of performing their functions as teachers. Like Oliver Twist, permit us to ask for more. Though you have helped us to achieve this entire feat, we would want to make this passionate appeal in the light of our current prevailing circumstances. That His Excellency should revisit infrastructure development in schools, some of which are affected by windstorms and are in need of urgent repairs. That the 3,000 rescue teachers engaged be given permanent appointment to boost their morale and enhance student performances. This becomes necessary because most of our schools are without teachers as a result of death and retirement. So this, if not checked, would plunge our public schools into shortage of staff. Also, His Excellency should passionately consider allocation of 40 years of service and 65 years of retirement age as enjoined by our counterpart in Kano and Adamawa State. Finally, I want to, on behalf of the State Executive Council, State Central Working Committee, and the entire teachers of secondary schools in Taraba State to wish everyone journey messages to their various destinations. Long live ASUSS, long live Taraba, long live Federal Republic of Nigeria. and Luther Continent, Victoria Asata.
Thereafter, invited guests at the occasion took turns to deliver goodwill messages.
It's very important for us to dwell on the theme of this year's Teachers' Day. That is, teachers at the heart of education recovery. Now, the presumption is that education is either at the tipping point of total collapse or that it has collapsed. Either way, there is a need for recovery. For instance, by the statistics churned out by the National Bureau for Statistics, there are 13 million out-of-school children in this country. As at last count, 13 million. Meanwhile, 9 million of these 13 million comes from northern Nigeria, to which Taraba State belongs. And sadly, 60% of this figure, that is within the range of 9 million, especially of children that are in class 6, can neither read nor write. I may be speaking something strange for somebody, but not those of you who are directly in this business. So it is easy for you as a trade union movement that is teacher-centered to appreciate what I'm saying. So education is in deep crisis. And come to think of it, there is no nation in the world that can make any progress of any nature if the education system has collapsed. As a matter of fact, as things stand today, countries no longer depend on trade. They no longer depend on the solid minerals in their countries. They depend on knowledge. So it is a knowledge-driven economy that is in vogue now. It's not about oil. It's not about solid minerals. It's not about any form of comparative advantage. So without exception, including our country, Nigeria, if this country must make any progress, then we should begin to emphasize on quality of education. Quality, access, relevance. So as a trade union movement that is centered on teachers, you should begin to advocate that premium emphasis be placed on the quality of teachers that we produce in this country. I have the deep conviction that You have a beautiful primary school, well-structured classrooms, well-stocked libraries. In the absence of quality teaching and quality teachers, all efforts will amount to nothing. So for me, whoever conceptualized today's theme must have given a serious thought to the crisis that is bedeviling this country today. So I want to thank you so much for considering me worthy to chair this occasion. And I want to say, without equivocation, that even if you have not invited me, I would have come. Why? I started teaching when I was 19 years old. I started teaching when I was 19 years old. I taught at the primary school, I taught at the secondary school, I taught at the College of Education, I taught at the university. I was privileged to sit at critical levels of decision making of the education system in this state. So I am conversant with the issues that bedevil education as we speak this today. So when I saw the invitation to attend this program, I consider it a very special privilege to come not only to participate in the discourse, in the analysis that will turn the education system around, at least in this state. But before you forget, those of you who are listening to me, that those of you who are seated here are at the heart of the education system. So, all of us have a responsibility to ponder over the issues deeply. I wish and I hope that at the end of today's program, by the time all of you are back to your various houses, the education system in this state must have attained a new level. And most importantly, you should also reflect on your welfare. A teacher that is not motivated cannot provide quality service. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot give what you don't have. You cannot give what you don't have. That is why training and retraining, capacity building is at the heart of teacher development. Once more, thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Destroying any nation does not require use of atomic bombs or the use of long-range missiles. It only requires lowering the quality of education and allowing cheating in the examinations by students, unquote. Of course, the consequences of such pathetic situations are obvious. Patients die at the hands of doctors. Buildings collapse at the hands of such engineers. Money is lost at the hands of such economists and accountants. Humanity dies at the hands of such religious scholars. Justice is lost at the hands of such judges. Just name it. Against this backdrop, the role of quality education and teachers in promoting literacy and raising a high class of intellectuals and workforce cannot be overemphasized. In fact, there is this popular adage No nation can be great or rise above the quality of its educational system. And no educational system can rise above the quality of its teachers. A society may rise and fall depending on the quality of the products of its educational system. If appropriate skills are imparted and the right values are imbibed, then society stands a good chance of being elevated by the collective good works of its educational institutions. Why not? Education is the heart of the nation's development. Hence, this year's theme of the World Teachers' Day, Teachers at the Heart of Education Recovery, is apt and timely. There is need for recovery of the lost glory of the educational system in the country, and the teachers are the right people to do the great task. Education, they say, is the key to modernization, but teachers hold the key to the door. Unfortunately, the sad irony is that the teachers in the country today are in deep quagmire and in their need of being rescued. The rhetorical question is, who will rescue the rescuers? There is no gainsaying the fact the education sector in Nigeria is bedeviled by myriad of problems, which include poor funding by not meeting the benchmark of 26% of the annual national budget set by the United Nations, lack of teachers' welfare, politicization of education by the three tiers of government, poor governance, corruption, indiscipline, poor parenting and guidance, lack of infrastructure, lack of teaching aids, etc. By and large, these are troubled times for the educational system in Nigeria. Hence, there is urgent need for a great change in education and teacher development. Since the collapse of education, they say, is the collapse of a nation. Education is a fundamental aspect in the development of a country. If the youth of a society is educated, the future is born. Teachers provide the education that improves quality of life, thus bringing so much to both individuals and society as a whole. After all, the world is now moving towards knowledge-based economy, where there is greater dependence on knowledge, ICT, and high skill levels. Nigeria cannot afford to be left in the lurch.
The government, please, we need motivation from that end. Motivate our teachers so that they will see teaching as a profession, so that they will see teaching as something that they will be proud of, that they will reckon with, that any day, anytime, they will have the privilege, they will have the joy to teach and to bring closer to their children. I will recall some of my teachers, or all of my teachers, I usually call them Malam up to today, because I know what they have impacted on me. And I would like that tempo to continue with all the teachers in Taraba State.
I never wanted to be a teacher again, because I started teaching from primary school. I taught at secondary school before I even went to the university. But because of what I saw, I said I would never teach. And when I finished my university education, I dumped my certificate and I became a conductor. He knows. I was a conductor, bus conductor, real one in Abuja. Because of the hatred I had for teaching. But along the line, nature still brings me back to teaching. And I have to bow to nature. And it's not because I'm a teacher. Who would have known me in this country? Nobody. And so celebrating World Teachers' Day is a thing of joy. That teacher has contributed enormously to development worldwide. Teacher produce all the professions we think of in this world today. If you want to kill a nation, you don't need to carry gun. You don't need to carry cutlass. You don't need to carry anything. You don't need bandits. You don't need kidnappers. Just kill the educational sector. That country is finished.
Exactly.
Japan had nothing, and they thought, what would they do? They went back to develop the educational sector, and today Japan is known worldwide. And so I'm happy with Taraba State government for partnering with ASUS to develop the secondary school educational sector. Just like the chairman of education just said, you are in between the primary and the tertiary institution. Whatever the primary produce, they push it to you. Sometimes in the present day that the sector has decayed to a level that if care is not taken, to manage it become a problem. And our big men, the politicians with big bellies, they've gone to open private schools where they send their own children to. So they destroy the public school so that the children of the poor cannot go to school. But there's one thing I do know. The children of the poor are still more reasonable and knowledgeable than the children of the rich politicians. Their own is to steal and stock. But the poor man will go and work on the farm to train his children. And because of that, God gave them natural talent. Not artificial talent, natural talent. That anyhow you go about with them, they are still the best. And so I'm happy that your present governor is focusing on education. And I think by the time he do that, Taraba State will become one of the best states among the 3 best states in the future.
The Federal Ministry of Labour will continue to partner with all our stakeholders in the state to create a labor-friendly environment for workers, teachers to have a favorable working situations so that they can perform more better. Finally, I also want to use this opportunity to urge you teachers in Taraba State to give your maximum support to academic staff of union, to the leadership of this union. This union has a lot of initiatives that can transform or enhance your welfare.
TRCN Registrar and Chief Executive is ready to work with ASUS and has assigned me to include ASUS in our literacy digital program. He asked me also to tell you that you are permitted to be given allocation to nominate teachers that will be trained and retrained. And currently, for Taraba State, we have 1,000 teachers to be trained. And already the names of the trainers have been sent to Abuja. So 1,000 teachers will be trained and retrained in Taraba State, which we are hoping very soon to come on.
I will continue to be a teacher.
Amen.
So happy. And ASUS, already I'm an ASUS member. I want to celebrate once more with you, with the Teachers Day. Thank you and God bless you.
And I'm happy that I've been a teacher in a secondary school for the past 30 years. And I'm happy that during our time, ASUS was not on board. But you are on board today. That means there is development.
Yes.
When ASUS was not on board, the secondary school was not doing well. Those of you that are very, very current with the performance of students in the secondary school, I think ASUS, you have done well. Congratulations. If somebody has done well, we should say that person has done well. So, ASUS started, honestly, I think 2014, 2015, they really came on board. Okay, 2017. Now, if you read the performance of our students in secondary school from that 2016-17 to date, I think ASUSS, you have done well. Congratulations. Just as the chairman of this occasion have just said, you are playing a very critical role, and that is why we are also happy that because of the role you are playing, the federal government too has set up the National Commission for Secondary School. Congratulations. They have already appointed an executive secretary, and last week they posted staff from the Federal Ministry of Education. So we are hoping very soon they will step it down to the state level. I know actually you are having challenges in terms of so many issues that you have raised, but we are hoping that if there is light, there is hope. So we will continue to hope and we will continue to believe, because ASUSS is there and ASUSS is doing very well. And that is why ASUSS is considering your welfare so much that when I went through this program, I saw names of some of the people I work with. We talk together, we play together. They are also retired, like some of us are also retired, and their names are here to benefit from ASUSS. Congratulations. That is part of the welfare packages. And we also strongly believe that the government is doing her best. But, education is a bottomless pit. No matter what you are putting inside, you are not seeing anything. But I assure that we will continue to do our best. But I assure that if the best is yet to come, the best will definitely come.
The issue of motivation was top on the list of every speaker, harping on the need to encourage the teachers to continue to offer their best in molding the future leaders. For ASUSS Taraba State Chapter, as an association, they already took a giant step to actualize a lifetime motivation package for their members, with the setting up of the ASUSS Multipurpose Cooperative and other strides, as explained by the Secretary of the Association and Chairman, ASUSS Multipurpose Cooperative, Comrade Ishaku Kazong.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are teachers of the noble profession. And to be very sincere to ourselves, we don't have any other benefit elsewhere. It is the salary they pay you that you make do of it. You take care of your house chores, you take care of your children in school, you take care of your medication, and the salary is even not enough. And let me shock you that anybody receiving salary anywhere in the world, salary can never be enough. And because of this, when you get close to retirement, your BP rises because you are going to retire. But you see, over time, teachers have overcome this. You know why you overcome this? Because from the onset, your salary is meager, and you know how to program yourself. But in this case, we thought as a union that we could come together and sensitize ourselves and see how to plan for the rainy day. And that's what gave birth to multipurpose in ASUSS. We allow you to use your understanding of the scenario, what is happening around you today. Just look at, what if the government gets up tomorrow and say there is no salary for you? What will you do? Where will you go? That's the way we are looking at it. We need to go think, outside the box. That these things, it has happened in other states. That the government got up one day and said, it has no money to pay salary. For 2-3 months, there's no money. And we that are used to salary, when they say no money, what happens to us? A lot of things will come. That is why we said, gentlemen, multipurpose is very important. Our multipurpose is not such that when you deposit money today, you come and collect it tomorrow. Let me sound it very clear. I have told some people, if you apply to withdraw, it means you have retired. We will give you your money, but don't come and disturb us again, because we will not be working for you alone. We are working for over how many teachers in the state, and we feel that we should secure your future. If you don't trust us, you can keep your money. Okay? If you don't trust us, you can keep your money. But if you trust and believe in what we're doing, that we're doing it to secure our future, you can keep your money. The advantage you have, like I said earlier, you have advantage to come and source for fund. Some of us here are good at augmenting our income. Somebody said, if you have only one stream of income, you are in danger. You are in danger, just like some of us who believe solely on salaries. You are in danger because the day the salary stops, that is where you stop. You stop functioning. And of course, you know that money is power. So, you need to sacrifice. And when you do that sacrifice, like I used to tell some people, if you are giving us 1,000, you believe that is your capacity to put 1,000. Please don't come and apply for 1 million. You understand? Because if everybody puts 1,000 and you're applying for 1 million, you can't get it. Somebody puts more than that, okay? And you are coming to take 1 million. In our case, you don't have any collateral. Your collateral is your salary. We believe so. But you must also have collateral in the system. You have reasonable amount in the system. If you are applying for 1 million, it means that you have up to 500,000. Should anything happen, the people's money will not lost. That is why some of you will come, when you apply, you say, you want 500,000. We will now look at it and say, your capacity cannot carry. What you have here is too meager to go for 500,000. We will not give you. Please be patient. And some people will say, this chairman is so difficult. The chairman is not so difficult. He's just being financially sensitive. Should anything happen, how do we recover these people's money? That is where we are. If you want to apply for 1 million, you must have half a million. Are you getting me? If you have half a million in the multipurpose, nothing stops us from giving you the 1 million. Because we believe that before the expiration of that loan, your deposit must have clocked 1 million. Should anything happen, we are comfortable. Remember, I say it's your money. If you have up to 2 million in the account and you are asking us to give you 3 million, we will give you. Wholeheartedly we will give you. Because you already have 2 million there. We are only following you 1 million. And we know that you are capable of paying our 1 million. But somebody is having only, since inception, your money is not up to 100,000. And you are asking us 1 million. You are not being fair. And when we give you our rules that please, it is not proper, you say this man is moving. See, it is not free money. The money in the multipurpose is not free money. It is our common pool. This common pool will reach everybody if we exercise ourselves. I know some people who have benefited from it. Somebody has started building house with our multipurpose. And such person, if you go to him, you will think his own money somewhere. No. That is the aim of the multipurpose. Before you retire home and stay in your house. It will reduce the what? The hyper or the hypotension. Because when you retire and there's no house to go in, you are still in rented apartment. Your landlord will come and say you have not paid your rent. What happens to you? And you stay in that house, your heart is beating like this. Go. As if they touch the stones. So I want to encourage all of us. Those of us who are not yet members of multipurpose, please come and join. All the teachers here are senior officers. You are all senior officers. There is no junior officer here. If you are dropping 1,000, please redouble. Because I know one day you will come and ask me for 500,000. If it is only 2,000 you are dropping there, and you ask me for 500,000, I will slash it down. I won't give you. Let me be frank. So that those people who are giving heavy money, they will collect heavy money and do their project. And you will see their project. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come a long way. Those of us who were in the last AGM, you had our turnover. You had what we are doing. If you cooperate with us and believe in us and give us the maximum support, this small multipurpose thing will turn to microfinance tomorrow. And only few people believe in it. Only few people. We are not being proud. We don't want to sound our trumpet. In the history of teachers' union in the state, we are barely 5 years today. Our multipurpose is also about 3 or 4 years. And it's already making headlines somewhere. If you don't know it, I want you to know today. I want teachers to begin to think of investment. You want to do business, there are simple business you can do. If you don't have the capital, you come to multipurpose and collect. Yes, that is how we build our capacity to be strong. That is how we encourage ourselves. Please don't come to multipurpose and collect money to go and buy car. I will encourage you to do that because car is not an investment. I know many of us like luxury. We want to enjoy. Okay? I know of a young man that took loans to build a house. That's a good thing. Yes, he took loan to build because he doesn't want to pay rent. And if you go to his house and they say this house was built by a teacher, you will say no. He says it's a lie. This man, perhaps he was sitting on money somewhere. It's just simple. Teachers are not the poorest. We are not. Do I have witness? Are you saying you are poor because you are not answering? No, teachers are not. We have overcome that long before now. Teachers are no longer poor. We're no longer poor. Gone are the days when you go to occasion, they say, hey, honorable this, honorable that, and the teacher will not be missioned. They will mission a farmer before a teacher. I am a proud teacher. Let me tell you, you can't keep me anywhere. You can't take me anywhere. I don't like any other profession. I like my profession. I am a teacher.
As a popular saying goes, give honor to whom honor is due. The Deputy National President of ASUSS, Comrade Gabriel Agbashi, went down memory lane as he recalled with nostalgia how the struggle for the establishment of ASUSS in Taraba State all started.
I'm here representing the National President, and I'm happy with what I've seen on ground in Taraba State. I'm not a new person to Taraba State in terms of struggle for this union. And if you remember when we used to come here years back from 2005. Mr. Raymond, sir.
See you there.
I salute you. You see, ASUSS is like a frog. If you don't eat them inside the water, you will eat them on the land. I'm happy to see you in our midst again. I've been asking of you. And when I saw you, I could not recognize you, but somebody just tapped me and said, that is Raymond. This very union in Taraba State has faced a lot of struggle. They will rise, down, right like a pendulum. And today, they've stabilized. And because they are now stabilized, and that's what is bringing the good organization of Teachers' Day that we are seeing today.
The ASUS Women's Wing also came ready to honor those they identified as champions of their advocacy for the support of the girl-child education.
I want to stand on the existing protocol. We, the women in ASUSS Taraba State, we want to appreciate some principals in our midst. And the reason is that we're running a girl-child program. We're sponsoring like more than 20 now in secondary school, but mostly public schools. So there are some principals, they accept our students free without school fees. Normally we pay the students school fees, their uniform or whatever. So there are some principals that say that we are also parents and we are part of ASUS, don't bring school fees. So we really, please clap for those principals. We want to appreciate them for that gesture given to us.
Government Day Secondary School Sunkani. Congratulations. GKSS Maudasa. Urusambe.
GSS Jalingo. This is a surprise coincidence. It is not by chance that I'm also called upon to make this presentation, not just to the chairman of ASUS, but also the principal of my own alma mater. Incidentally, I am the national president of the Jalingo All Boys Association. And that is where I also attended my secondary school. That is where I graduated. Congratulations. GDSS Tegama Garba Chedi. GDSS Jauro Badi.
Thank you so much. Can we clap for them, please?
Happy Teachers Day. We hold the world, and we can change the world. We'll make the world a better place. 'Cause education the backbone of every nation. We are the first love to every child. We teach the child and we mold the child to make him a better person, a better leader, for a better tomorrow. Celebrate the Teachers' Day.
To crown up the day's celebration, the teachers honor the Executive Governor of Taraba State, His Excellency, Architect Darius Dixon Ishaku, with the title of the #1 teacher in Taraba State.
Based on your numerous support and achievement in promoting education and recognition of teachers as key players behind the scene, we should proceed with an award of the #1 teacher in the state to His Excellency.
So on behalf of the national president of this young, fast-growing union, I present this gift to you for your recognition in developing the educational sector in Taraba State and the nation as a whole. Thank you very much, sir.
Receiving the award, the Deputy Governor of Taraba State, Engineer Haruna Manu, who represented the governor, thanked the teachers for the honor with a promise to do more in improving the education sector in the state.
On behalf of His Excellency, the Executive Governor, Architect Darius Dixon Ishaku, let me first of all congratulate you on the celebration of this year's 2021 World Teachers' Day. Congratulations. And on behalf of His Excellency, let me equally say that we appreciate this kind gesture. His Excellency and his able team, which I have here with me, some of the honorable commissioners. You can see that we have about 7 honorable commissioners seated here. This award to His Excellency wouldn't have been possible without their active support. It is with their support that His Excellency has been, His Excellency and my humble self as his deputy, been able to perform for you to be able to come and present this award. We thank you once again, most sincerely, and I want to assure you that, as you all know, this government takes education very seriously, and it's one of our top priority. And it is because of that priority, I believe, and you know, that this is one of the states that we are able to even employ about 3,000 rescue teachers. This kind of gesture, in some other states we have heard what is happening, rather they're sacking workers. But because of the importance attached to the education sector, that's why we believe, and His Excellency believe, that it would be nice to have to hire these rescue teachers so that they can complement the efforts of the existing teachers we had. And I'm sure because of the rescue teachers, the educational sector have witnessed, I know all of you believed, going in the last couple of years, it has witnessed a lot of achievement. So we want to assure you that we value education, and will continue to support you in whatever you are doing, and we do hope that you will continue to support us too. Thank you very much.
A teacher will always be one. Even on a day like this, the chairman of ASUSS had a word for everyone.
Educational sector is sick.
it has been injured, and it is only teacher that will recover, will revamp, reactivate the sickness or the injury. So in Taraba State, as it is a phenomenon. It's a general pandemic. Though in Taraba State, as teachers of secondary school, we try to make sure that at least we give in our best so as to curtail any further damage. Because already, if you look at what happened, the pandemic situations did not allow us to continue. As an educationist, I'm a curriculum developer, and as an educationist, a curriculum developer for that, there's a gap, breakage between the continuation of the school and curriculum. So now, after looking at these things, I have instructed all my teachers in secondary school that they should give him their best. Not only that, if you do not finish your curriculum, let's say first term, and you do not finish, if you are in second term, make sure you finish the first term curriculum before you go to the second term, because it is a link. Once you miss a gap completely, that student will suffer. Okay. It is on that basis. I don't want students to suffer. I know directed that such should be. Yes.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. The teachers left no chance to celebrate the day in grand style. We wish the teachers the world over a happy 2021 World Teachers Day as we look forward to celebrating many more.
Happy Teachers Day! Change the world, we'll make the world a better place, 'cause we're together nation. We hold the world, and we can change the world, we'll make the world a better place, 'cause we're together nation. We are teachers, we are parents, we are proud. We are the backbone of every